What up guys, it's your boy Dorian here, back at it again with a new video. It's been quite a while since I made a video. I apologize for the hiatus. I have some vlogs and stuff coming up soon that I'll be posting, but just since I moved out to Los Angeles, and I'm pretty sure I said this in my other video, but since I moved out to Los Angeles, just been so busy with my career since then, and so haven't had time to put more focus into YouTube. But I started my new internship with CBS and I'm having a great time with that, but I do have a little bit more time now. I haven't even done, usually with my reviews I've been sticking to just doing written ones, but I know I have to come on screen and talk to you guys about how beautiful and how magnificent Black Panther was, just because I had to give it that respect. I mean, I couldn't articulate the words out. I mean, I probably still can't articulate them like when I'm talking to the camera, but I couldn't type out how I was feeling throughout the movie, how the movie made me feel. Just, it was incredible. So I just wanted to come on and do a spoiler-free review for you guys. A quick one at that also, because I do want to do an audio podcast. I'm going to have a few guests that have also seen the movie. I'm going to do a podcast on Geeks of Color. We're going to get really in depth with the review. So this is just going to be an overall, this is going to be my general thoughts about the movie. Just a quick video so I can get you guys in and out, and I don't want to spoil anything because the movie doesn't come out for another week or so. So this is my review. I'm just going to talk about the storyline, talk about the visuals, the cast, and what I'm looking forward to in the future of Black Panther and the Marvel Cinematic franchise. So yeah, damn, I haven't done a video in a minute, but when the camera comes on and I'm in front of the camera, it's just like, dude, Dorian, you're pretty good. Just keep killing it. Well, I've seen it 2 times now, so the first time I walked out of the theater, I said this is definitely the best Marvel movie. But now that I've seen it a second time, I'm fully stand by my statement. I believe this is the best Marvel movie ever made to date, and this is one of my favorite comic book movies in general. It's hard to explain that feeling of, and you guys know I'm on Geeks of Color and everything like that, just seeing a hero, seeing all these Black characters stand tall and proud about who they are and about what they're doing and about their cause, just seeing that really empowered me, and I felt fully represented, like, for the first time, like, just seeing all these Black heroes kicking ass. I walked out of the theater feeling empowered and just ready to kick some ass. Not ready to kick, like, beat somebody up really, but just feeling empowered and standing a little bit taller. And I remember I went to the press conference, I went to the press junket as well after the movie, and that's one of the things Angela Bassett said. She said her children just felt like they were empowered and just, and Phase 3 has probably been the most diverse phase in terms of directors and on-screen talent. Before that, there hasn't been really that much diversity within the cast or the crew or the women on the team, but this movie just shattered all of that. I felt represented, and I remember at the press junket as well, Ryan Coogler said that there was women behind the scenes helping out, from the story to the production design to the costume. Like, women were fully invested into this as well, so I really appreciate that. And just the overall, I'm getting off. See, this is what this movie's doing to me. I usually like to take my reviews like one chapter at a time, but I'm just going through each thing. That's just how this movie makes me feel. Like, it truly was something special. And I know, and Marvel's done such a great job of building this cinematic universe and building these separate franchises within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but this movie had a little bit of the MCU like feel that we're used to, but besides that, it really didn't even feel like an MCU movie. This movie could be a standalone movie. I mean, if you've seen Civil War, like, there were some events that from Civil War that affected this movie, because it takes place shortly after Civil War. So it's Captain America Civil War and then this movie. So this movie could stand alone by itself within the whole MCU, but I would go see Captain America Civil War if you haven't seen that already. But just from that, like, it just felt like its own movie. Just the cinematography, the visuals, it didn't feel like anything else we've seen in the MCU. Another thing I remember at the press junket was that they said they had everything written and ready to go before a lot of stuff and what that's going on in the world, politics-wise, was going on, but it just was so happened to be perfect timing that this movie came out around this time. The political themes within this movie kind of do go out into the message of what's going on in the world today, like in terms of why aren't Wakandans helping other people because we have the resources, or why shouldn't they let other people in that aren't from Wakanda because, like I said, they do have the resources and stuff like that. So you see a lot of things that are going on in the actual world reflected in this movie, and that's pretty cool. And they don't like try to hit it too hard or like you know, like drown it in politicalness. No, it feels right with the movie, and it goes along with the story plot smoothly. So that's one thing I really wanted to address and highlight. So before I talk about anything else, I really want to talk about the cast overall. I got to start off with the King T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman. I think he did an excellent job of leading this movie. He's a great actor already. We already knew he was a great actor, but seeing him portray T'Challa, because we only got to see him in Civil War a little bit, and we only got to see a little bit of his emotions and how he was feeling, because he still, at the time of Civil War, he was trying to deal with a lot and still trying to get revenge for his father, but still having to take over the mantle. So we didn't really get to see him deal with all of that. And in this movie, it really did flesh that out and flesh how he was dealing with the death of his father. And we got to see him be the king, but try to be the king in his own way, because there were some things that he didn't like, there were some things he didn't agree with necessarily with his father's way of being a king, and there are some things that he would like to do better. He thinks he can do something different. So we got to see him be empathetic and see him have internal turmoil of, do I need to go with what my father's saying? Do I need to be the king that the people want, or do I need to be the king that the people need? Damn, that was beautiful. So I think he's one of the stronger leads of any of the other MCU movies or any of the other heroes. He really did a good job of balancing like that, I'm a badass, but also still I'm a king, and I have to listen to my people, and I have to be energetic, and I have to be loving, and I have to be caring to my people and all that. So he did a good job of portraying a wide variety of emotions. I think that was expected from him already, so there wasn't too much of a surprise on that part. He was a great actor overall, so I think that's why you don't see too many reviews, or you don't see too many people talking about him a lot, because we already expect that greatness from Chadwick. He's a great actor. He's been leading so many movies now, so we just expected that from him. So that's kind of my defense on why you don't see as much for Chadwick, because he's already known to produce quality content. Okay, so let's go to the women of the cast. So the two leading women, we have Lupita Nyong'o's character Nakia, and we also have Danai Gurira's character Okoye. So we have Danai Gurira's character. She's the leader of the Dora Milaje, and she's basically one of the most badass females I've ever seen in a superhero movie, bro. Like, she is so badass. Okoye was one of the most, Okoye and Nakia, Lupita's character, they were both fierce, beautiful, badass, amazing women, and that's something we really have not seen in the MCU. Not that we haven't seen female characters. We got Black Widow, Gamora, and all them. They've done badass stuff, but we haven't seen black women like this be so powerful, so badass, and control, unapologetic. It was incredible to watch. That was easily my favorite part of the movie, is how the women were portrayed, because they weren't just like you see sometimes with women, they're badass and stuff like that, but they're not layered. They don't have any character development. But these characters, they were fully fleshed out. We knew what they were about. We knew their motivations. We understood where they were coming from, and it was incredible, because they had layers. They had dimensions to their character. Nakia, Lupita's character, is supposed to be the love interest of the movie, and I will say that she is. But even though she is the love interest of the movie, that takes a backseat to everything. Like, yeah, she's the one T'Challa wants and all that, but they don't got time for love. They ain't got time for all this. They're people trying to attack Wakanda. They got to protect the throne. So even though there's that tension, they don't really they don't dive too deep into that, but they subtly layer it throughout the movie to where it's like, okay, I understand it, we get it, but you didn't force it, but it's beautiful, but we love it. You've already seen little snippets of it, but the Korea fight, when they're in Korea, the fight where she's swinging the sword and all that, I'm gonna have a video over my voice right now, so don't worry. But when we see that fight, when you fully see that full fight, you're just gonna be blown away. I'm telling you, it was so beautiful from start to finish. And you see her throw that spear, and she does a flip. Oh my God! Just me recalling about this movie just puts a smile on my face. I'm sorry, guys. This is not gonna be a good review. So besides Nakia and Okoye, I want to talk about the older cast members for a second, because we have Angela Bassett and Forrest Whitaker. They added a heightened level of wanting to appreciate your culture and wanting to appreciate your lineage and stuff like that more, because they are really important figures and spiritual leaders for T'Challa in terms of him transitioning to be that king that he needs to be now that his father's passed away. So he really looked to them for advice and what to do. I'm scared. I'm a boy, but I'm also a king. So they played their characters really well, and they added a sense of I guess that's what I meant, culture, appreciate. I don't know. I can't figure out the words, but you know what I'm trying to say. And also Angela Bassett with white dreads. She could have played Storm. You know what I'm saying? She's not too old. yeah, besides, they were great. Angela Bassett's great. Forrest Whitaker's great as usual anyway. So we're still talking about the older cast. Andy Serkis, his character, loved him. He's funny as hell. Ulysses Claw. If you're not familiar, if you haven't seen any of the other movies, I would say go back and watch Age of Ultron if you want to get an introduction to his character before you see this movie. But he was a hilarious villain. Can't really talk about his character too much either because it's spoilers when if I do talk about his character and what he does. But he just know that he's funny. He pops on the screen. He's Andy Serkis. He's dope. So he killed it as Ulysses Claw's. Yeah, and he had a claw. I mean, I think you see it in the. He has a vibranium arm now. Okay, sorry guys. I had to switch to my iPhone. My phone died, so hopefully the quality is decent. I think it is. I don't want to talk about the whole cast in this review because I do plan on doing a podcast, like I said, that'll go fully into depth with all the characters and how I felt about each of them. So I just want to talk about the main ones. Chadwick, Okoye, okay. Oh yeah, so the last two people I'll talk about first is Shuri. Shuri was probably my favorite character of the whole movie. She steals the show, man. She is so funny. She's so badass, so smart. She's a genius. And they already said she's the smartest person in the MCU, so that's amazing in itself. But she really is, though, just like a young black girl. She is amazing, and I am so proud of the actress Lydia Wright. She just was on an episode of Black Mirror, the episode titled Black Museum, that's about technology and stuff like that. So I thought it was cool that the director of that episode made her character in Black Mirror kind of tech savvy, because then you have her in Black Panther, who's a genius, badass, got her gauntlets. Oh man, I don't have anything but positive things to say about her. She is so cool, and she has some witty one-liners. She has some sarcastic jokes. Dude, she's gonna be so badass. I really hope that she's an essential part of the MCU moving forward now that we're going into phase 4 and we have a younger, fresher cast, because hopefully the Avengers, the main cast, they all getting destroyed by Thanos. He eating all of them, I'm sorry. But yeah, so hopefully she comes in and she's like, wait, why does the Avenger Tower look like this? Let me, bam! I'm not saying that happens or anything, but that'd be cool, because Wakanda could definitely pimp out an Avengers Tower if they really wanted to. Her character just by itself is going to be so important to young girls and young men as well that are interested in technology or interested in nerdy things, like in cool geeky things like that. Just seeing somebody like her and her tech savviness be the ones to come through and save the day and stuff like that, I think that's just going to be so important and impactful in young people's lives. Because if I had a movie like this growing up when I was a kid, boy, I would have started Geeks Color so long ago. I don't even know. Like, I am so excited about this movie in general, but specifically her character, because she's going to leave such a good impression on these young kids, like give them hope, like, hey, if Shuri can do it, I can do it too. And I really hope that a lot of kids and a lot of people in general just leave with that, as like, damn, that was really cool to see Shuri, or see somebody like her, a black young woman, was killing the game like that. So that was cool. Michael B. Jordan did an excellent job as a villain. We all know that's been one of the crutches of the MCU, is that they haven't had as strong as villains as people have wanted them to, or haven't had multi-layered villains, or the villains that don't have any depth to them. But we really got to understand why Michael or Killmonger had his intentions, or what he wanted to do, or why he was doing what he was doing, because we saw his character, we saw why he was flawed, we saw what he was doing, we got to see and feel for him. And Ryan Coogler did a good job of making us kind of feel empathetic for him in a way. It's like, maybe he is right. Like, he's speaking some truth. Like, he has a good point. And so I think Michael did a great job. This was one of the better villain performances that we've seen in the MCU. I would say definitely in the top, in my opinion. So he did a great job as Killmonger, and just being a menacing and dark, angry, gritty, nasty person. Like, I remember we covered an article where he said, we covered news where he actually said that playing Killmonger and trying to get into that place took him into dark places, and I hope he's all right now. I hope everything's good. He looks cool in the pictures and stuff like that. I mean, in all the press junkins and stuff. So he looks good now. He seems healthy and all that mentally. So I hope he's doing good. But yeah, I could definitely see why he mentally felt the way he did as he was shooting this, because it did come off on screen as menacing and scary. I'm like, damn, Michael, it's just a movie, calm down. But yeah, he was great. Those are the main people I wanted to talk about. Shuri, Black Panther, Nakia and Okoye, Michael B. Jordan's character Killmonger. The soundtrack, the music, so good. The music, I think, is what really put it over the top for me, especially the second time seeing it. It was already my favorite MCU movie, but after seeing it the second time and really trying to embrace everything, Kendrick Lamar did an amazing job of scoring the music to the scenes, and or he might not have that job, but I'm pretty sure he was the one like that helped with the music score, and he developed the soundtrack for the movie. So like most of the Marvel movies really don't focus on music unless you're like talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. Most of the other movies don't really have music as such an essential part of the story. And in this movie, the music not necessarily had an important played a part within the movie itself, but it just added such an impact to the scenes or whatever you were watching while the music was playing, because it wasn't just like rap and hip hop and stuff. It was actual African music, actual tribal music that was playing through the movie, and it was just beautiful. Just, you see Wakanda, you see this place that people have been talking about for so long. Just to see it in its full glory was just breathtaking. And when you see it like that, but on top of, you add music on top of that, it's just like, wow, bro. This is breathtaking. I'm not trying to sound like an old white lady or anything, but this shit's breathtaking, bro. And I just want to say thank you again, Ryan Coogler, for, he can't make a bad movie. And coming out of that movie, I was inspired to not necessarily want to like create my own film or whatever, but just go out and do what I want to do without trying to look for like an approval or anything like that. Not that I necessarily do that now. I just felt so empowered, so ready to just take on the world and have my visions come to life, because Ryan really just, he's doing what he wants, and he's creating his own way and his own path, and he's not taking no for an answer, and he's not changing who he is or what he's about to meet the needs of different businesses or different franchises or anything. He's just doing what's him, and if you're gonna take him, you're gonna take him. If you don't, then he'll find someone else or find something else to do. Black Panther isn't just a movie, it's an entire movement. It's from the soundtrack to the clothing line to everything. Like, people have been wanting this for so long. People have been wanting this representation for so long. So to carry the weight and be the first to really do something special like this, I know he was nervous, and I know he was just like, not necessarily nervous, just like he has a lot to put on his shoulders, has a weight of everybody on him, and he did not disappoint. He did not drop the ball. He said, all right, I'm gonna just pick it up. I'm Kobe in the fourth. Let me just shoot my shot. And he shot his shot. He made it. He made a half-court shot with like behind the back without even looking. That's how good it was. It was just breathtaking, man. That's pretty much it for my review. I know it just sounded like a whole train of positives, but honestly, I don't have any negatives about the movie, and I'm not going to try to sit here and try to find any negatives or point out any minor or any flaws I had. I've seen it 2 times now. Both times have been amazing, life-changing, and beautiful experiences, and I will see it 2 more times before the actual premiere. I don't care. And I'm going to see it like a total of 15 times. It was so beautiful and incredible, and the story was amazing. It didn't even feel like, it was like a 2 hour and 15 minute movie. It didn't feel like that at all. It just flowed, bro. It was just beautiful. It was like a little baby, and we got to see it grow up in front of our eyes. Just like, wait, you just grew up like that, dude. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't say enough about it. I do plan on making a spoiler-filled video because there's a lot more I want to talk about, but I can't because the movie isn't out yet. But I will do a spoiler-filled video. I have a lot more videos planned, guys. I've been working on a lot of stuff, so I do have stuff rolling out these next few months, next few weeks. Just, I know I've been having to put YouTube and my content on back burner, but I promise you, we got a lot of things coming. And I also want to let you know, Geeks of Color will be hosting a 3-day event at South by Southwest. It's called the Meetup. We have a bunch of great panelists, bunch of great guests coming to speak, and that's going to be exciting, guys. So we'll have more information for you about that soon. But make sure to follow us on Twitter and follow our website to get all the updates about that. It's called the Meetup. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be free. So if you want to come see the panels, if you're don't want to buy South by Southwest ticket or anything like that, you can just come on down and watch the panels and then leave. So we just want to have a little meetup to have some panels, see our followers, meet and greet, and do all that fun stuff with you guys. So make sure to check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below. But that's it, guys, for my spoiler-free review of Black Panther. Overall, my favorite Marvel movie, probably my favorite comic book movie. It's without a doubt going down in history as one of the best comic book movies of all time. I can assure you that. So that's it, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later on for another video. Peace up, A-Town down.